So good evening. Uh, so my topic is really about harnessing the power of infinite through well-being. So as I was thinking of what topic should I be taking up on this TEDx platform, I was going through the myriads of roles that I played, be it in business, be it in operations, be it in HR, be what I do, what are the roles that we play in life. And then I came across certain pearls which helped me to lead my life and come thus far. And I also feel, like many people who know me feel, that I've just about started life. So, one of the very important discoveries that I had while I was thinking through this session is there was a long, long time, I moved to this whole social conditioning of being good, as if you do good and good happens. And then I realized one day, no, that's not true, necessarily, maybe. So let me do some so called badass things. So, which I started doing as well. And that's when, life happened. And I discovered the three very important pearls of life. One is encounter, the three E's as I call it. One is encounter the challenges willingly, embrace the reality happily, and enthrall yourself with the results with which it comes. So it's a road less traveled, that you can say. But I love traveling in this road because it's less crowded and maybe it's easier for me to find my path almost every day. But through my experiences of life, and I'm going to be sharing maybe two stories with each one of you, which will tell you that life actually happens within us and not outside us. So, the first story is the one that I had a near death experience almost 15 years back. At that point in time, I was mother of two young children. I had a gynecological problem, and I was also mid career in my organization. My doctor told me that come and get yourself, cleaned up on this Thursday. I said, no, Thursday is the middle of the week. I'm going to get it done on a Saturday. And that Thursday, when I walked into office, what really happened to me was I started losing blood sitting in the organization, in the office. I remember when I was in the washroom, there was a stage when I knew I'm now going to pass off. I said, someone needs to know that I'm passing off because it's a huge organization. I may just die here. So I gathered all my strength, opened the door, and I found someone, thankfully. And I said, see, I'm passing off. Please do send people here. Rest is a very interesting journey that I had of the next 3 hours. All my vitals had gone wrong. The doctor's looking at me saying, your pressure is 38, your blood sugar is like 10. We don't know how are you smiling and pulling along. And I was having lots of fun because there was a lot of hustle around me. They said, we have to operate you right now. And those days, Gurgaon had no blood bank. So someone had to go and get blood, and I'm losing blood. So I remember I was shoved into an ultrasono room, and I see this doctor. He's like, welcome, Mrs. Mitra, very jovial guy. And when he finished my ultrasound, his face had completely turned ashen. And I knew I was facing death. For the first time, I said, no, I can't afford to do this. For my children, I have to get back. So I prayed and I went in. So in the operation theater, it so happened that I actually lost my life. I went to the other part of the world. I saw beautiful colors. And I said, oh, how wonderful it is to be here. I'm seeing colors. I'm hearing birds chirp. So it is so wonderful to be in this world. And that's when I had this feeling, no, my children. I prayed to God saying, for my children, I have to get back. And the next experience that I had was I was banging myself against three, walls, and I was back. 7 days later, when I went and met the doctor, she confirmed what I thought I experienced. She said, please do not repeat this again with yourself in the future. We lost you. How you came back was a miracle. That day, I discovered the power of resolve, the power of our own mind, and the power of our own emotional well being. I was always emotionally sorted, I was always emotionally strong, and that could bring me back from a near death experience. The second story of my life hit me almost 7 years later. So, when someone very dear to me now loses all his bearings and he takes on to a habit which can be very, very damaging for the entire family. So, we went through a huge family crisis, but the emotional well being kept us all strong there. But here we were to get tested with another very important well being of our lives, which is a financial well being. So, as the person started getting better, to almost get that person stand back on his 2 feet, so we decided to invest all our money in certain entrepreneurial ventures and we lost it all. So, here we were at a cusp. Either we disintegrate as a family or we hold it on, do not give it up, and build life back together again. So, what we had to let go was all the ill feelings. What we had to let go was all the fears. What we had to let go was our egos. And once we learned to let go of some of these very potent things which we carry on with ourselves in life, life bounced back. So that was my second learning, that financial well-being has very little to do with really making money. So we found abundance again. We found life again. We found everything back again. But that's when we opened ourselves to the possibilities of the whole world. Finally, my own experience of the third well-being, which is that of the spiritual well-being. You know, when my children were small, we would sit at the dining tables and we would talk about mind, body, soul, keep them in balance, keep them in alignment. And as I progressed through my spiritual journey, I realized this journey is really about no mind, the feeling of no body, and even the feeling of no soul. What a paradox, what a contradiction of life. I took a little while to understand what they are. But then I said, I can keep on thinking about it all my life or do something about it. So I started my journey of meditation or going deep inside. I found actually when I have no mind, means I give up the junk of thoughts in my head, I'm at peace. And when I'm at peace, I'm being creative. I'm being recognized. The whole world wants to work with me. Wow. Till such time I was 27 years old, I looked horrible. My husband still laughs at me, saying, how come I married? And my children say, oh, Papa, how did you marry this girl? I looked so bad. I looked so bad. And he was a very handsome man. But somehow, even then, it did not matter. And it did not matter to him as well. I was lucky. But I don't know when and how it happened. Because I remember the day I was getting married, one of my Mamiji actually came and told me, how is Kaushik getting married to you? He's so handsome. If you know the Bengali film star Uttam Kumar, and everyone felt he looked like that. And how did he choose to? And I didn't feel bad even for 2 minutes. I said, he loves me. That's what matters. So this whole bit of being nobody, you know, somehow, as I started aging, maybe I started looking better and better and better. And now there are times when I meet people, they say, oh, is she your young sister? Some people even say, aapki beti hai? And I'm look at him, hello, life happens. And then the final one is about no soul. You know, this whole life is about soul and all of these journeys. So what is this no soul all about? Then I realized this all suffering that we have is possibly this pain and pleasure that our soul carries within itself. So one day I said, if there's no soul, what does that mean? It says that means you are a free spirit. So then I went deep down into that journey of discovering no soul. It may sound very funny to some of you. I did figure out just about 2 months back in a miraculous adventure, and I almost felt I'm now no soul, I'm a spirit. Now this whole journey of the third one, which is spiritual well-being, that's the one which is helping me to connect to the infinite. And I was just sharing with a friend of mine that since the last 2 months, I wish things happen. I wish things happen. I wish things happen, including one happened today. So I was number 13 in the speaker list. And I said, I don't like this number 13 in the speaker list. And I was called in to be the 12th speaker just about a few minutes back. So, and that's when we harness the power of our emotional well-being, our financial well-being, and our spiritual well-being. Really, we do touch the infinite potential, and we get in touch with the world of infinity, which indeed is the world of abundance. We transcend karma, and things happen to us. So this is what I have experienced through life, the 3 E's of encounter the challenge, embrace the reality, and also enthrall in the road less traveled. And the other discovery that I had of well-being to touch the infinity is emotional, financial, by letting go, and spiritual well-being. This journey is beautiful. India has lots to offer in the world of meditation, in the world of yoga, in the world of reflections, and in the world of just finding who you are. Be one with yourself. And my idea of being one is this: our natural entity. And that's why I loved nature, the first shot in the video. And I love the last one, which is the focus. To become our natural entity, we have to focus a little bit to get there. And then we merge with the eternity, and that's when truly life happens. Thank you very much for listening to me.